to NKTelco Sports. We are here at Wapakoneta High School to bring you the high school girls tournament basketball action where the Minster Wildcats take on the Fort Recovery Indians. Today's game is sponsored by Minster Bank, Schwierdeman Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, Hometown Opportunity, Francis Furniture, Wilson Health, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, NKTelco, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, Wagner's IGA, Cargill, Grand Lake Health, Clopay Building Products, Moran's Refrigeration, and First National Bank, our fine sponsors here, and welcome to Wapakoneta High School for this district semifinal action between the Minster Wildcats and the Fort Recovery Indians as they introduce the non-starters for the Minster Wildcats. Along with Jeff Henson, I'm Dave Kanapke. Minster, defending state champs, ranked number 2, 22-1. Been a dominant year. The only blemish on their record was a double overtime loss to Fort Laramie. Yeah,
and that's a heartbreaking, tough defeat, but maybe it sharpened their pencils a little bit, kept them focused, if you will. I don't think they needed it, but boy, when you get a loss, that leaves a bad taste in your mouth. They responded nicely, dominating their opponents. A number of the games have been decided over 20 points and really continue to put the pressure on and do things well for Coach Stetchel, or for Coach West.
Now the starters will be alternating. Here's the player of the year in the MAC, sophomore, Ivy Wolf. For Recovery, number 15, Brooke Hollick, a 5'5" junior. For Minster, honorable mention, her second team MAC, Janae Hoying, another sophomore, 5'6". Number 20, 5'5" sophomore, Kiera Wendell. For Minster, a 5'9" senior, number 22, Jessica Falk. For the Indians, 6'2" junior, Olivia Patch, second team All-MAC, 7 points, 6 rebounds. For Minster, Courtney Pranger, first team MAC for all 4 years in high school. For the Indians, another first teamer, number 22, Foul Molenkamp, 6' junior. Rounding out for Minster, Damaris Wolf, a 5'10" senior, second team All-MAC. And rounding out for the Indians, Allie Vaughn, a 5'9" sophomore, honorable mention MAC, averaging 8 points a game. Two very successful coaches, Mike Wiss in his 3rd year at Minster, and Brian Patches his 5th year coaching the Fort Recovery girls. Jeff, while we got a minute, let's talk about our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza.
Well, for Minster, I kind of alluded to it in our brief discussion we had a little bit ago with don't look ahead. They've dominated their opponents. They've already beat Fort Recovery handily earlier this year, but it's a new season. Fort Recovery's 6-2 in their last 8 games, so Minster can't overlook anyone. I know they have high expectations, but be careful, play your game. Also, rebounding. Fort Recovery has some size on the other side. You have to make sure you secure the rebound. Don't give them second chance points. Your defense is key for Minster. Don't let them off the hook with a putback on the offensive rebound. For Fort Recovery, take care of the ball. I mentioned Minster's pressure defense. They like to get in your face all over the court, force you into some desperation throws where they can pick them off and score easy uncontested layups in transition, and take it inside. See once with your size, if you get some action on the interior, maybe get Pranger in foul trouble, take one of their leading scorers out of action if possible, but those are what we have, and thank you there for Keyhole Pizza.
The ball gets knocked out of bounds. They're going to rule is to give it to the Indians to start off. Indians 12-11, as Jeff said, 6-2 on the season. They have
6-2 in the last
6-2 last 8, 12-11 on the season. Have a lot of size inside in Molenkamp and Patch. They've lost a lot of close ball games. Right there is Brooke Collick. Gives it up there to Kiera Wendell. Man-to-man defense by Minster. They'll mostly play occasionally a zone. Val Molenkamp, their leading scorer, gives it up to Allie Vaughn, and she gives it back to Wendell.
Well, the Fort Recovery offense here nearly 35, 40 seconds of offense here. It'll stay with them. But boy, you know, one thing, if you want to slow down the game, and Minster likes to get the ball out and, you know, move and score. Minster averages nearly 59 or 58 points or 55 points. So, you know, not a bad possession here. Slow down the game a little bit. Force Minster to defend as long as you don't, you know, let's say waste all your time here and turn it over and let Minster go down and score in transition. It's a good opening possession. Kind of force Minster to defend you first and see if you get a basket here in this long possession. It's almost a minute long.
Almost a minute. There's a shot and rolls off there by Colic. So 1 minute goes by the boards and it's knocked out of bounds in the backcourt, and it'll be with Fort Recovery.
So turnover, so right back the ball goes. We'll see once now how long Fort Recovery takes in this possession. And like I said, they milked that clock down. They didn't really stall, but boy, got a great look. Colic made a nice move, kind of reverse layup under the basket, coming empty, but
Molenkamp pulls up, rolls it in.
Well, that's a pretty good start for Fort Recovery. They take a minute off and score eventually, force a turnover by the Wildcats.
These two teams played on January 3rd in Minster. Minster won easy, 54-24. Noteworthy in that game is Pranger, who has the ball, went over 1,000 points in that game. She gets 2 more.
On cue, Xavier Bound, senior there with her first bucket. And she averages, like Dave said, just over 11 points a game, just 11.4.
Wendell shot, too strong, tipped around. She gets her own rebound, gives it to Vaughn. Hands it back to Fort Camp. These two teams also played in the district final last year. Minster won by 13 on their way to winning the state championship. Fort Recovery was 19-6 last year. Shot by Wendell, can't fall. Pranger with the rebound.
Fort Recovery unable to score. They got an offensive rebound, but 2 nice shots. And last one by Wendell just did not go down. I think she took both shots in that possession. Good looking shots, but come up empty.
Minster will run when they can. They shoot a lot of threes, more threes this year than what they did last year, over 6 a game.
And a pretty good percentage at 36% accuracy.
Foul on the Indians. Rick Colic with the first foul of the game.
Yeah, 36% is a pretty good percentage. Jessica Falk leads the squad at 46% accuracy, 23 out of 50. Ivy Wolf, though, 46 made 3-pointers on the season, and she's just under 40%, very healthy.
As Ivy Wolf misses the 3, Falk tried to get it, but she was out of bounds when she touched it, so it'll be Fort Recovery. Now here's the key. Handling the Minster pressure for years, always very good under defensive pressure. Just a man-to-man press there, and Wendell did a nice job of breaking it.
Yeah, dude, nice job. That was, 84 feet of defense tonight by the Wildcats so far. And
Vaughn shot off the mark. Wolf with the rebound, long outlet pass to her sister Damaris. To Pranger, a little bit too high. They go out of bounds.
2 turnovers for the Wildcats, and boy, the Fort Recovery Indians have gotten some nice shots, they've yet to commit a turnover, so they've already taken 5 shots on the night.
No pressure at all in this Indian team, as they're the heavy underdogs, but another solid team by Brian Patch. He's in his 5th year coaching the girls. He's won over 85. He's won 86 games for the girls. He won 159 for the boys in 7 years. He's had a lot of success. Only 2 losing seasons in those 16 years between the two sports. That shot was off the mark by his daughter Olivia. Shot by Pranger, too far under. Pranger with a foul. The shot by Falk to begin with. Courtney Pranger follows with the basket.
Offensive stick back, and Minster wastes no time. That time in transition, of course, helped speed up the offense. But Patch on the other end sized her defender up. She was working for a nice move. Just kind of ran herself a little bit too far, caught the edge of the bankboard. Couldn't get a quality shot off, but definitely some decent footwork.
Now Molenkamp, and the outlet pass is stolen by Vaughn. Heads up play, and the pass is stolen back. Wolf to the basket, blocked by Molenkamp.
Blocked from behind as Molenkamp avoided contact, and Wolf, who pulled up, had it knocked away.
Tries to take it all the way down, doesn't lose it. They work it around the perimeter, back to Molenkamp. Step back three, off the mark, rebound Prenger. And a little bit of collateral damage there by Colic as Prenger's elbow came down right on her head. One of those you just kind of incidental contact. They didn't call a foul. It's called being at the wrong spot at the wrong time.
And I think she maybe, there's more than a bump right now.
Yeah.
McCullough, she's.
We'll step aside and we'll be right back.
Moran Refrigeration in St. Mary's is celebrating 70 years in business. We are committed to offering you top name brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, Samsung, Fisher & Paykel, and Speed Queen. Come in and experience the one-on-one personal service that you won't get from big box stores. Our delivery and installation specialist will assure you that your purchases arrive safely and are installed properly. Moran Refrigeration, exceeding your expectations.
PSG Automotive Outfitters, your truck accessory headquarters.
Welcome back. We apologize. We had some extended technical difficulties when we last were on. We were in the first quarter when Homan Colic went out with an injury. It is now 2:14 to go in the second quarter. Minster just up by 3. Fort Recovery hanging in there, playing a very good game so far as Prenger shot off the mark. Prenger's had 9 of the Wildcats' 13 points. Only Ivy Wolf and Danielle Barhorse, the only other two to score here tonight. We're down to under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Molenkamp will let the 3 go.
She's had a number of shots as Molenkamp not been able to hit any but her first bucket of the game, but defense for Fort Recovery is clamped down, if you will. Prenger hit a three-pointer earlier in the contest, her first of the season, on her 4th attempt, so now 1 for 2 on the night.
It's Colic with the basketball. Over to Molenkamp on the wing. Try to get down low to Patch. It's knocked out of bounds with 1:17. It was 11-7 Minster at the end of the first quarter. So there's only been 2 points for Minster and only 3 for Fort Recovery here in the second quarter.
Yeah, just a lot of missed shots. The game slowed down. And like you said earlier, Fort Recovery hasn't had the bad turnover that resulted in instant offense for the Wildcats. And we saw Prenger score a couple for buckets. I know one for sure in transition. She runs the court well and was a recipient of a kind of an uncontested, easy shot.
And there's a case where it goes out of bounds. It's a turnover, but it doesn't go down the court where Minster can get a layup.
Correct. So it's
like
5-on-5 defense now. I mean, you don't like turnovers, but it could have been worse if she deflects it and comes into play and a Wildcat comes down and picks it up and scores.
30-second timeout. We'd like to thank our sponsors for making this telecast possible. Wilson Health, Caring Without Limits, Precision Strip, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, Wagner's IGA, servicing communities for over 95 years, Grand Lake Health, Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, Moran's Refrigeration, your appliance expert, serving Northwest Ohio for over 70 years, PSG Automotive Outfitters, Minster Bank Financial Solutions for a lifetime, Schwedeman Pharmacies located in Salina, Coldwater, Minster, New Bremen, St. Mary's, and Wapakoneta, New Knoxville Supply, Cargill, Minster Dental Care, Francis Furniture, our Keys to Game sponsor, Key Whole Pizza, and on our First National Bank scoreboard, 1:02 to go in the half. Minster just up by 3, 13-10.
Yeah, it's been a difficult game offensively, as a scoreboard would indicate. And if you're Fort Recovery, you got to like where you're at. Obviously, you're hanging in there. They've slowed the pace down a little bit in a lot of their possessions. They've taken a lot of clock, which means if you don't turn it over, Minster doesn't have the ball to score. And
Fort Recovery's playing some good defense. There's not any open shots. Minster gets a lot of threes ordinarily. They have not shot They shot very few threes.
And one of those threes, remember I just said, was by Prenger. You know, you usually don't maybe defend her out that high, but she hit her a three-pointer earlier in the half. And
was there on the block, her shot off. She gets a steal and in. Nice steal and layup, and there's one of those bad turnovers against Fort Recovery.
A tough break, you know, to secure it. Prenger able to not only get the steal, but get the bucket.
Down to 15 seconds. Wendell double team, in some trouble, and she travels. Tried to pivot and pivot off the wrong foot, but before that, Coach Patch had a timeout. And it'd be a 30-second timeout, so the other ref saw it. A lot of times it's not when the whistle blows, it's when they see it, is when it signals there. So some good refereeing there, collaborating on that effort there.
Fort Recovery's don't have the ball out of bounds at 9.9. It'd be nice for them to try to get a momentum basket here, get a score. Obviously, they don't want Minster to get a steal and, again, score. Remember, it was just a 3-point game until this little incident down here where Prenger able to steal the ball after she'd missed a shot. It appeared Fort Recovery had it, could go down maybe to draw even or close within one. Prenger, good hands, gets not only the steal but a quick score. And now you're thinking, okay, you were with 3 for much of the second quarter. Be nice to go in at less than 5 or no more than 5 and try to build on that in the second half, because you know Minster's going to try to resharpen her pencils at halftime and try to clean things up and take care of business in the second half. But boy, give credit to the Fort Recovery Indians. They've played a solid defensive game. They've had some turnovers, but like I said, not many have resulted in instant offense for Minster.
Wendell gives up to Molenkamp, down to 3 seconds. She launches a tough 3.
That was a long 2.
Long 2 that will end the half. Your score on the First National Bank scoreboard: Minster 15, Fort Recovery 10. We'll total up our numbers. Come back with the first half stats when we return here on NKTelco Sports.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
NKTelco Sports. More than 140 local high school and college games. Football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, and soccer. Support your local team with NKTelco Sports and promote your business to 250,000 households in Northwest Ohio. Call 1-888-NKTelco and get in the game.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta High School. We're at halftime. Minster leads Fort Recovery 15-10 on our First National Bank scoreboard. For the first half numbers, Mr. Jeff Henson.
Well, not a lot of offense. Neither team shooting very well, as you can see. The Wildcats just 7 of 21 from the field. They were 1 of 4 from three-point range. That was by Courtney Prenger. She's the only one to score a three-pointer for the Wildcats. On the other side, Fort Recovery 4 of 16 from the field, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. Just not a lot of offense. The turnovers, Minster with 5, Fort Recovery with 7. The rebounding margin a little bit in favor of the Wildcats, but just been a sluggish game offensively. Neither team really getting that may open looks. Fort Recovery's had to maybe earn their buckets. Minster's had a couple in transition, but other than that, it's just been hand-in-your-face defense, and a lot of shots have been contested. So it's been tough for players to knock down shots tonight so far.
In their individual scoring for Minster, Courtney Pranger had a big game, but only two other players scored.
Pranger leads all scores. She has 11, and then 2 apiece from Danielle Barhorst and Ivy Wolf for their total of 15. And on the other side, Val Molenkamp has 3, as well as Brooke Collig, 2 from Kira Wendell, and 2 from Allie Vaughn for their 10. So not a lot of offense. See what the second half brings. Remember, it was 13-10 for a long time. Minster got that basket by Pranger after Fort Recovery had rebounded her missed shot. Looked like Fort Recovery could go down, and I believe in that same situation, Pranger got her hand on it, got a steal, scored, bam. It was a big bucket because, you know, it's a 5-point lead now, but Fort Recovery couldn't come back to get an answering basket before half.
Fort Recovery's avoiding the bad turnovers other than the last one. The other thing they're doing, they're really shutting down the three-point offense of Minster.
Yeah, the Minster comes in shooting very nice percentage from three-point range, just north of 36%. They average 17 attempts a game, does Minster. Average 6 makes, so 6 to 17 on average. And right now the Wildcats just 1 of 4, so well below on both those numbers. So Fort Recovery maybe says we're going to take away your three-point shots, you know, maybe score some other way, force them to shoot off the dribble. Percentages say you're not as good off the dribble as you are stationary, so maybe that's keeping them in the ball game right now.
You know, of their 4 three-point shots, Pranger's taken 2 of them.
2 of them,
so there's
correct.
only been 2 of them between the 2 Wolf girls and Janae Hoying and Falk.
Yeah,
so
Falk has 1 and Ivy Wolf has 1, and Pranger has the other 2.
Fort Recovery with the ball, and Falk are double team there as Molenkamp tied up by Damaris Wolf.
Turnover to start the half for the Fort Recovery Indians, and so frustrating as you watch, you know, that she's double teamed. There should be somebody else open, but good defensive spacing by the Wildcats, and maybe not a great job by the Indians trying to help her out. I mean, it's tough to find that opening, but that's what Minster gambles on. They double team, put pressure on you, makes it very difficult to see the open player, and the other players rotate around, so your easy outlet or easy option is a lot of times defended.
Imagine Coach Wiss did a lot at halftime to try to change the offense, trying to get the guards more involved in it.
This is their first possession of
the second half.
Get my quarters mixed up here.
They had an easy game in sectional, and there's a 3 by Falk. That will go out of bounds. They defeated Waynesfield Goshen 58-20. They got into the running clock, a 35-point lead in that one. So not real tested there. So they really haven't been in a tough game. Their last game was against St. Henry, a very good team. They beat pretty handily. That was about almost 2 weeks ago. And there's Molenkamp, has a 2-on-1. Will pull up and knock it down.
Boy, that's a tough shot. Molenkamp, 6 feet tall, gets it after kind of a desperation pass to get in bounds, and you got a lot of girls from behind chasing you as Pranger answers right back. But then to pull up at that awkward spot about 13, 12 feet and pull up and hit the jumper. Good bucket by Molenkamp. Good job by Pranger quickly answering.
Nice left-handed move. Pranger now with 13 points.
Second foul on Ivy Wolf. So Wolf has been a little bit quiet. Does have a basket on a driving layup shot she made, but does have 2 personal fouls. And pressure again by the Wildcats.
Haven't had much trouble with the pressure as Wendell takes it in, tries to pass it, kicked off of Pranger.
Did a nice job. You got to attack it. When you beat the pressure, go at the basket. You've got 2 or 3 Minster girls behind you. Attack the basket, throw the bounce pass. Worst thing that can happen is it gets kicked. And you still have possession, but a nice job attacking it. Some teams will break the press and pull it out and let Minster kind of regroup 5-on-5. So it's tough to break it down if you give up and don't continue to attack. I'm not saying force shots, but see what's there. Nice job here again.
Wendell, a nice crossover, and she draws the foul on Hoying.
5-5 sophomore, back-to-back possession. She really just kind of made her mind up. I see an opening, I'm going to attack the basket. The first time her bounce pass was kicked away. This time she picks up the first personal foul against Janae Hoying.
Wendell short on the first one. Wendell, a 5'5" sophomore, averages right at 6 points a game.
64% from the free throw line, and for the Indians, unfortunately, she misses both of them.
Wolf pulls up with the three. That's off the mark. Rebound by Hoying and in.
Good answer.
Maybe that's the spark that Minster's looking for. Full court pressure, knocked away, but Fort Recovery able to come up with it. Vaughn across the timeline. Coming up on 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Vaughn kicked there by Ivy Wolf. Will stay with the Indians.
Boy, a big bucket last trip by Janae Hoying. She averages a couple of rebounds a game, gets a rare, maybe offensive rebound, if you will, but cashes in her first points of the game. And like I said, maybe a momentum changer, but definitely a good answer for Janae Hoying.
Fort Recovery 12-11, the number 5 seed against the number 1 seed here in the district. 22-1 Minster, knocked away there by Pranger.
As we said before, Brooke Collick, number 15, took that elbow early in the game. Courtney Pranger, I believe, on a rebound, and was out obviously for a few minutes. Came back in, went back out to get retaped up a little bit. Looks like has a better bandage now on her forehead, and hopefully that can keep her into the game here for the Fort Recovery Indians.
Wendell gives it to Collick. Patch trying to post up, able to get it to her. Nice steal, just taken away there by Ivy Wolf. Pass ahead to Pranger. Through the lane, a Euro step, and that's a nice move by a big girl.
Yeah, nice job getting around that Euro step, you call it. Just good footwork there for Pranger, who now has 15 of the 21 Minster points, and suddenly it's 9. And a good defensive play on this end by Ivy Wolf, a momentum play, if you will, from Pranger scoring on the other end. That was nice defense by Pranger. As Patch looked like she was gonna make a move, and she came right in, avoided the foul, and got the steal.
Vaughn with the shot. Rebound Hoying.
Can you feel the, I would say, the momentum, if you will? Obviously the point spread now is at 9. Keep it at 12.
Hoying's 3 off the mark. Yeah, this is a dangerous time right now for Fort Recovery. They have to weather the storm, if you will.
Yeah, if that bucket would have gone in by Hoying, that would have been a huge shot, double-digit lead. Like you said, Fort Recovery's got to get through this next couple trips down the floor and try to get some points on the board and limit Minster. But Minster, again, they're going to face up now, full court man-to-man defense.
And Minster is an explosive team. They can get the steals, they can hit the threes, and you can be playing good and all of a sudden be down by 15. The Indians battling. It's Wendell. Did a nice job handling the basketball. Vaughn gives it up. There's Homan through the lane, puts up a shot.
Fouled.
Follow and in there by Paige Fortcamp.
Good follow. I'm kind of glad to see Fortcamp get it. I felt Homan was definitely raked across the arms, but no call. Paige Fortcamp on the money with a stick-back bucket. Her first points of the game for Paige Fortcamp.
Coach Bush shouting instructions to his Wildcats. Halfway through this third quarter, a 7-point lead. Ivy Wolf with the tray.
5 points now for Ivy Wolf. Big 3-point bucket. 10-point Minster Wildcat lead.
Ivy Wolf, the leading scorer in the MAC, is the steal there. Barhorse comes up with a steal.
Pressure forces a pass to the sideline. Indians nearly fall out of bounds and try to just basically throw it inbounds, and no one from the Indians in a white shirt around. It becomes a easy turnover for the Wildcats.
Hoying with a nice hesitation, dribble, and follow. Chance for the 3-point play. Did a nice job of reading her defender, not going right away hard, but hesitating, making the defender commit. And Hoying will be taking a free throw after this timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching Tournament Girls Basketball on NKTelco Sports.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Minster trying to break it open here with 3:29 to go in the third quarter on our First National Bank scoreboard. Cats up by 12.
They've got some big momentum plays in this quarter. Pranger has 4 points, had that one layup, nice move to finish, and then a couple sophomores, Janae Hoyne and Ivy Wolf stepping up. Ivy Wolf with the triple, and Janae Hoyne a couple field goals, and a chance here now to finish the last one she made with a free throw opportunity. And like I said, this at halftime it was 5. It's 12 now, and a shot here away from going to 13.
Completes the three-point play. Hoyne's second team all MAC. And now a 13-point lead. It was just a 5-point lead at halftime.
And really, it was a 3-point lead for most of the second half till the final minute when Minster got the basket to make it 5.
Wendell was open a little bit for the 3, but hesitated. So he tried to lob it to Mullenkamp, swatted away by Pranger.
Pass a little underthrown, but you know, you got a 6-foot Val Mullenkamp, 6'2" Courtney Pranger, Olivia Patch 6'2". This, you know, and it's not odd that you have 3 or 4 girls on the court that are all over 6 feet tall, and we've seen that here. Another team that comes to mind, I did the other night, Versailles has some high post players as well. When you talk about vertical, 6'2"-ish, 6'1"-ish, and
yeah, some athletic tall girls, very athletic.
And a lot of underclassmen too. In fact, probably off memory here, just Pranger's probably the only senior. A lot of those girls are underclassmen.
Yeah, I think you're right, as there's a foul. They're going to call it on Ivy Wolf, her 3rd.
See what Coach Wiss elects to do with that 3rd foul. Wolf with 5 points, had a 3-point made basket here. Looks like she's going to come out, Dave.
Carly Richard, 5'7", senior in the game. Wolf will probably take a break the rest of this quarter. 2:40 left in that quarter. Kala trying to make a move, not able to.
Had a nice drive. I thought she was going to go up, but just didn't feel comfortable.
Mullenkamp is tripped on her way to the basket. Helped up by Pranger. Winner of this game will take on the New Knoxville Rangers under Coach Hegemeyer. Won a close one against Marion Local, back and forth. Very good ball game. So we have 4 MAC schools at this district. Blocked from behind, followed by Homan. Pranger comes up with a rebound.
Couple looks for the Indians in close, not able to get the basket inside. And again, another scoreless trip.
Hoyne gives it to Falk. Pranger to Hoyne. Janae through the lane, left shot is fouled.
She's really made some nice moves to the basket. You think of some of the other ones, but you know, as far as player-wise, she's made some nice aggressive moves to the basket and picks up the 3rd foul on number 14, Paige Fortcamp.
Hoyne played mostly JV last year, moved up varsity late, and for the tournament run, she was a big spark. Hit some big shots, a big 3 in the state final game against Ottoville, and has been in the starting role this year, and now has 6 points.
Yeah, and averaging 7.2 points a game. So, you know, sophomore, and again, that I remember from last season what big minutes she contributed in the biggest game of, you know, the season, if you will, the state championship game.
Hits that one. Full court pressure. Wendell gets it ahead to Patch. Vaughn open for the layup.
Good job for the Indians. It took a while to get started. But boy, once you can break that double team, and you know, it's part of the game, risk reward. Minster says, we're going to double team, you find the opening, and That time they were able to do that were the Indians.
Falk misses the three. Barhorse chases down the rebound. And they'll reset with 1:30 to go. Third quarter now up by 13.
A 14-6 advantage so far for Minster here in this third quarter has opened this game up to 13 points.
Richard gives it up to Hoying. The offense has gone through Hoying the last several possessions. Wolf on the bench with 3 fouls. Ivy Wolf, that is. Falk gives it to the Maris Wolf. Maris is yet to score tonight. Hasn't had a lot of shots.
2. 1 field goal attempt in the second and the 3-pointer here in the third quarter.
Again, credit the Fort Recovery defense has done a nice job. Hoying fake and hits it.
Wow, that's big time. I mean, you want to talk about the difference maker in the game right now. It's 5'6" sophomore Janae Hoying. 9 points here in the quarter. All 9 of her points in this third quarter.
Pass to Vaughn. Drive, gives it up. Probably should have went up with it. And there is a foul.
Jump ball,
I'm sorry. Alternate possession stays on the Fort Recovery side.
And Vaughn had a nice move here baseline. Maybe ran out of real estate. Maybe felt she was trapped a little bit too much under the basket, but I thought the same thing. She had broken down the defense, just kind of forced a little bit too far under the basket.
Ball knocked into the Minster side by Wolf, but it will go all the way, and it'll be Fort Recovery basketball. At that last break, Courtney Pranger and Courtney Ernst, a couple seniors, back in the lineup for Coach Wiss. 27 seconds to go. Wendell gives it up to Holman. In some trouble, and Coach Patch is forced to take another timeout with 17 seconds left. And it'll be a full timeout. We'll step aside in return on NKTelco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Towards the end of the third quarter, Minster's opened up their lead now to 15.
Their defense has stepped up in shutting down the Fort Recovery offense, limiting them to only 6 points, but Janae Hoying, all 9 points for her in the game have come here in this third quarter and really, like I said, opened it up here, giving Minster Wildcats some breathing room.
Wendell with the tray. Rebound Carly Richard. Down to 7 seconds. Damaris Wolf to Hoying. Will dish it down low. That's kicked away. And the shot is up just before the buzzer, off the rim. And on our First National Bank scoreboard, after 3, Cats 31, Indians 16. We'll be right back.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CERA and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slankowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
As we go to the halftime on our First National Bank scoreboard, Minster 31, Fort Recovery 16.
Yeah, good third quarter for Minster. No turnovers. There's the first bright spot for the Wildcats. They shoot 6 of 11 from the field, 5 of 5 from 2-point shots, 1 of 6 from 3-point range, and a perfect 3 for 3 from the free throw line. All those free throws coming from Janae Hoying. And for recovery, able just to get 6 points on the board, had 3 turnovers, so not able to match what Minster was doing on the offensive end, and what was a 5-point game at halftime, now 15 here to start the fourth.
For Minster, Janae Hoying had a big quarter.
She did. I said all 9. I mean, only missed a couple threes, made 3 of her field goal attempts, and made 3 of her 3 free throws. So a good quarter for the sophomore.
Ivy Wolf back in the lineup as she takes the basketball to start the fourth quarter.
For recovery, 3 of 8 in the quarter, and 0 for 2 from the free throw line. So even couldn't connect from the foul line either. And again, just the 6 points.
Down to Prenger, turnaround in. Prenger now with 17. Pollock in some trouble. Able to get her across the timeline. Wendell drives. Again, this Fort Recovery team, no seniors on this team.
And, you know, some key players, all of them obviously coming back, but, you know, the size is something that is a 5-second count, the turnover, but, you know, Molenkamp, she's 6 foot, and we've seen her bring the ball down. They almost look to her sometimes as the point guard. You know, she shoots some threes, and you think another few months, if you will, under her belt as she continues to work on that, and Patch as well. A post player, you know, that size can be very rewarding, but boy, it's a nice move by Wolf getting the basket, and how she got it past Patch, not for sure, but gave up some inches there, but able to get her basket to her shot to go in for
definitely
her 7th
a wow
point.
moment there. Rebound to Maris Wolf, gives it up to Prenger. Courtney Ernst gives it to Damaris Wolf. This is a 3. Prenger with another rebound. She's got a boatload offensively, defensively, but throws it away. Wendell the other way. Working against Ernst. Nice crossover, left-handed, can't get it to fall. Rebound to Richard.
Boy,
we go
tough
back.
break. Wendell did a nice job. Pretty sure she must be left-handed. She did a nice crossover, but everything was perfect except the shot did not drop.
She was pressed into service last year when her older sister got hurt. She played a lot down the tournament stretch. They lost in the district final to Minster. Jessica Falk checks back in the lineup. Also Brianna Homan, number 10 for Fort Recovery, and Janae Hoying back in. Minster 22-1, number 2 ranked in state. They've only had 7 games all year that have been under 20 points. One of them, the loss to Fort Laramie in double overtime, is 8. That's the only game under 10 points they've had. They've lost, they beat Bellevue, a very good team, as Ernst shot off the mark. Beat them in the Holiday Invitational Bath. They beat Valley View in the opener, the Journey to the Tourney, the opener down at Cincinnati. Beat them by 19. Marion hung within 11 of them. Audubon, the defending state runner-up, beat by 18 on their court. New Knoxville 17 in a game that was a lot closer than that.
And New Knoxville got off to a bad start. Minster jumped out 8-0. New Knoxville trailed by 6 at halftime, and Ivy Wolf came out to start the second half, hit a number of points. I'm not real sure the number, but she hit 8 or 10, I think, in the third quarter to really help separate that game. But Minster goes on to win, I think, by 17 against New Knoxville, who they will play Saturday night if all things hold on for the
Wolf
district
had
championship.
22 points in that game. And there was a whole bunch of threes in that game as well. So that was in attendance in that. I think there was 10 threes by Minster, and that's a big part of their offense. As Jeff mentioned earlier, they on average, 6 made threes on the game for the whole season as Olivia Patch hits the first free throw.
Patch's first points of the night, averaging just over 7. Yeah, Minster averages 6 made buckets from three-point range and 17 attempts. So they were below that to start going into halftime, but
in the last team I didn't mention that was under
Carroll.
20 is Dayton Carroll. They beat on. They were supposed to play in it was snowed out. The game of Kettering Fairmont, flying to the hoop, and it was snowed out. They ended up rescheduled. Played at Dayton Carroll. They were ranked number 2 in Division II and beat them by 15.
Yeah, kind of a statement mark there for the Wildcats. A good win for them.
Wolf shot off the mark. Rebound to the Indians.
And they're flying to the hoop. They have that for boys and girls.
Just the last couple years has been, I think last year they had a couple girls games. I think there was just
mixed in.
Two of them. Minster Carroll was one. There was one other one I don't remember.
But all the other games then are men's.
That's
That's
boys.
all in that. Like,
That's a Martin Luther King weekend. Yeah, you get some high profile. One of the Ball boys, Alonzo Ball's sister, or not sister, brother, and there's another steal was there. Minster boys played there.
I would say Minster's.
Marion boys played there. Shot by Falk off the mark. Minster boys have actually played there the last 2 years. They lost to a very good Crestview team that's ranked number 2 in state. Only lost one all year. They get a lot of some nationally teams. Shot in and out by the Indians. Pranger with another board. And Vaughn getting a little feisty, reaching in for the ball, draws a foul.
4 team fouls now for the Indians. So, things kind of, like you said, just getting very difficult for Fort Recovery. Their shots have not dropped at all. They've struggled to score here, just 6 points in the third quarter, 2 here in the fourth, so 8.5. Minster with 20 in the second half.
Wolf, ball stolen away. They pass it to Wendell and they finish. Good defense there by the Indians with the steal.
And it was Vaughn that kind of created the steal. Kira Wendell will get the basket, but Vaughn, who picked up the foul just prior, stayed aggressive and stole the ball away from Ivy Wolf and ultimately led to the basket for Fort Recovery.
Ernst tripped on her way to the hoop. Danielle Barhorse will check into the lineup. Again, 7 seniors on this team. She replaces fellow senior Courtney Pranger. Very close-knit class. They want to play quite a few more games and end the season with all victories, if you will.
Not many seniors end their basketball career with a win, I'll tell you that.
There's a lot of games to play. A lot of people looking ahead, but right now they have to focus on Fort Recovery, and Wolf not able to finish there. Down to 15. Vaughn drives in, nice shot.
For a second, I thought she was going to go for layup and basically run over the Minster player. Did a nice job maintaining composure, and she scored the bucket there. Remember, she was instrumental in the last Fort Recovery basket, kind of creating the steal. 13-point lead.
Going to the basket, another left-handed layup. Nice move.
That's a strong move. 5'6" guard going at it and then finishing on her with her left hand.
Hoying now with 11. All of those points in the second half. Vaughn down to Wendell. Work it around. Molenkamp's shot. Rebound by Fort Camp. Or check that, Colick. Shot hit by Fort Camp.
Well, good job by the Indians, keeping the possession alive. Second chance points, and this time a three-pointer lead down to 12. Time an issue now for the Indians. If they're going to start, scoring, they've got to get some stops. They get back to work offensively.
Into the corner, it's Falk.
Wonder now if Minster will maybe pull out, Dave, and run a little bit of clock. I hate to say stall, but maybe not. Force Fort Recovery to chase them, wear them out a little bit, and then maybe attack when you get a chance.
Two very good guards, and Hoying and Wolf. Really 2 point guards there as Hoying will be fouled. That'll be the 16th foul.
Molenkamp's second foul, team 6th. At some point, Minster on the season, 66% shooting free throw team, and you either want to foul them and see if they start missing, or you're going to chase them around here, and expend a lot of energy trying to get the ball away from a team that probably handles it pretty well. Luckily Wolf able to find Hoying there. That would have been a turnover.
Hoying gives it up to Wolf. Coming up on 2 minutes to go.
I wouldn't want to say go out and foul, put them on the line, because it's there they get they foul Falk, almost as if they let's check her numbers here. Almost like they felt she was the girl to get. 67% on the season, not awful, but you look at the top shooters. Ivy Wolf is at 74. Janae Hoyne, 68. It just seemed like they went after Falk. We'll see once if it pays off for the Indians.
Minster as a team shoots 65% from the free throw line. So pretty good, not elite, but misses the front end of the 1-and-1. So
get a basket here, and Fort Recovery can dribble and get it to single digits. Again, time a factor.
Wendell loses it, but gets it back. And now will drive to the hoop, pull up. Short, followed by Molenkamp. Now Fort Camp is fouled. Fort Recovery not going away here. Seems to be it's been a typical Fort Recovery girls team. They usually have height and they always have athletes. Yeah, that's what they have.
They can get around and they have athleticism. You mentioned a good battle there. It's just finishing right now. They've had some good looks here. Clock stopped here. They missed the free throw, and they got a break when Minster missed their front end of the 1-on-1. There's your chance now to come down and make it, capitalize. But right now, Fort Camp misses on the first one, and again, the time becomes a factor. And Minster's a good ball handling team. It's going to be tough to get a steal on them. So you wonder if you resort to maybe foul quicker and see once if you can get them to make a few more misses. 11-point game, so Fort Recovery definitely has fought back here. I think the biggest lead they were down with. They were down by 15 coming
15,
in.
I believe. Maybe 17 it was
15
one
definitely going into the quarter.
There's the pass up ahead to
There's
Richard.
where you'd like to trap right there, but
There's
Minster really has an easy job of getting out of danger. And
there's too much times being run off by Minster if you're a Fort Recovery fan. There's Falk. You want to foul there, and they do. Falk just missed the last one, so just common sense would be put her on the line again. Fort Recovery much better than their 12-11 record would indicate. Talked about they got hot towards the end, 6 of 8. They lost a lot of close games.
6-2 the last 8 games.
Yeah.
They've been in a lot of ball games. We talked about number of losses they've had under 8 points, and you got to figure a lot of those games they had chances to win, and a bucket here or there, or maybe a made free throw, or whatever it would be enough. And
Falk hits that one.
Her first point of the game. She averages 6 on the season, so kind of quiet and a very good three-point shooter. I mentioned that earlier. 46% from beyond the arc, or 45%. 46%. I was right the first time. 46 from three-point range. Gets both free throws here.
She's one of those unsung players that make everybody else play well. She has 5 double-digit games. Her high was 13 against Audubon. And so we have Avery Wolf in the game, number 5, a junior, and then number 23, Lily Pelletier in the lineup as Coach Wiss
getting some extra players in. Both Wolf is a junior, Pelletier is a senior.
They have to come back already and play on Saturday night. Shot by Fort Camp was off the mark, and that's always a quick turnaround. Boys generally have Tuesday, Friday. Girls have Thursday night, Saturday night. Of course, they're very familiar with who they're going to play in New Knoxville, but it's a pretty short turnaround. Fort Recovery down by 13. But has represented themselves quite well here tonight. Molenkamp loses a handle. We're under a minute.
Well, just can't get an open look. And Fort Recovery's not trying to run clock. It's just that hard to try to create. And Minster does a nice job when they do get screened, fighting through them and or switching. So there's never been a breakdown.
Minster on average only gives up 30 points a game. And they're at 20. Fort Recovery's at 26. All the really good teams, the defense you probably don't get as much credit for as people always remember the offense and who scores, but defense is just fundamentally very sound on this Minster team. There's Molenkamp's wide open there. Rebound by Fort Camp, and Paige Fort Camp will go to the line to shoot 2.
That's 5 rebounds here offensively alone in the fourth quarter. I know we talked about rebounding as a key to our game for Minster, and it probably isn't going to hurt them tonight. The 13-point lead with 45 seconds to go, but that's a number that, with Fort Recovery, you talked about their size. They have the ability, the athleticism to compete, battle, and they miss a free throw here, so it doesn't capitalize as well as what they'd want it to be. But you know, against bigger teams, maybe a bit of an Achilles, a problem, if you will, for the Wildcats.
Minster only 7th in the MAC in rebounding, which, you know, of course they're in the very high in a lot of other categories, but
of course, yeah, they're 7th in rebounding. How many points do they give up defensively, Dave?
Yeah,
30?
30, so, you know.
I bet they're pretty high in a lot of other offensive. So, you know, it's tough to read those numbers once in a while. And Wolf is going to get free throws.
Going to be Avery Wolf, first cousin to the other Wolf girls on the team, and she'll be a chance to get in the scorebook. Minster will win their 23rd of the season. Come back here on Saturday night against New Knoxville. We will have that game on NKTelco Sports, as Lauren Mox will check in. So Macy Day in the game. We'll try to recognize a lot of these Indians as well. 31, Elena Evers in the game. 21 for Minster, Kate Larger, a sophomore. Number 10, Jenna Huker, in for the Wildcats. 25 seconds to go. Avery Wolf with the chance. Whitley Rammel in the game. Number 32 for Fort Recovery as Wolf hits the free throw.
Wolf averages a couple points a game. Doesn't, you know, obviously get a lot of minutes, but has played in 22 games and, you know, finds a way to, you know, to average 2 points. You got to put the ball in the basket at least once every time you're in, so she's done a nice job with that.
Rebound by Kate Larger. A three by Avery Wolf.
Well, it gives her 4, so nice little court time for number 5, Avery Wolf, 5'9" junior.
Down to the final seconds in the ball game. Fort Recovery with the Minster with a slow start, but they prevail over Fort Recovery. On our First National Bank scoreboard, the final score, Minster 43, Fort Recovery 26. We'll take a break, total up our numbers, come back with the final stats here on NKTelco Sports.
Trust us. NKTelco, a small town company with a big focus on customer service. We build business the old-fashioned way.
Trust us to be your internet provider.
Trust us to help you find the right cable package for your viewing needs.
Trust us to answer your questions any time of the day.
Trust NKTelco to be on call. Deliver and make sure your service is tailored to meet your needs.
We serve commercial and residential customers to meet their communication needs. Trust us at NKTelco.
Trust us! For over 150 years, Cargill has been helping people be successful worldwide. Cargill has always done business responsibly and in a way that makes us proud. Whether it is educating farmers in India or providing bikes to students with perfect attendance right here at home, Cargill is helping people thrive. The Sydney plant is just one piece of a global company that provides employment for hundreds of thousands, food for the world, and support for thousands of businesses. Be a part of something great at cargill.com.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Our 1,500 square foot showroom and pro shop at bowlerstore.com is stocked with bowling balls, bags, shoes, accessories, and apparel. The pro shop is equipped with 2 drill presses, measuring devices, and bowling ball maintenance machines to keep your ball rolling great. We offer private lessons for individuals and groups. Moxie's Extra Pair inside bowlerstore.com is also available to rent for private events. Be sure to check out bowlerstore.com or visit our pro shop in Versailles, Ohio for all your bowling product needs.
Final on our First National Bank scoreboard, Minster defeats Fort Recovery 43-26. With final numbers, Mr. Jeff Henson.
Thank you, Dave. And Minster pulls away in the second half to earn this win, if you will. They only led by 5 at halftime, but second half a little bit different. Overall numbers for the Wildcats, 17 of 41 from the field. Fort Recovery just 10 of 35 from three-point range. Minster didn't hit their normal amount, but did hit a couple in the second half, 3 of 14 total. Fort Recovery just 2 of 11 from three-point range. And the free throw shooting, Minster 6 of 8. Fort Recovery only 4 of 10. Rebounding margin went in favor of the Wildcats, 26 of 25, so pretty even there. Minster did get some offensive rebounds early. They were able to put a couple points back for a second chance there. And turnover margin, maybe another key factor here. Fort Recovery 12, not too bad, but boy, Minster only 6. So they take care of the basketball, and they get some shots off. They start making some buckets in the second half, spread the game open, and hold on. Fort Recovery made an effort late in the game, got things a little bit close down to about 10, but couldn't get the big bucket they needed or the stop at the other end. Minster holds on for the win. Scoring for Fort Recovery this evening, 2 girls with 6 points apiece. That was Allie Vaughn and Paige Fortcamp. 5 from Val Molenkamp, 4 from Kira Wendell, 3 from Brooke Collig, and 2 from Olivia Patch, for their total of 26. For the Minster Wildcats, 2 players scoring double figures. Senior Courtney Prenger was 17, had 11 of them in the first half. She had 11 of the 15 first half points. She finishes with 17. Janae Hoyne had 11, 7 from Ivy Wolf, 4 from Avery Wolf, and 2 apiece from Danielle Barhorse and Jessica Falk, for their total of 43.
Minster goes to 23-1 on the season. They will play New Knoxville Rangers here on Saturday night in the district final. Fort Recovery ends their season at 12-12. The score by quarters tells a lot. At the end of the first quarter, Minster up 11-7. Halftime just up 15-10 as Fort Recovery hung in there tough, but third quarter big as Minster outscores Fort Recovery 16-6. They lead 31-16, and they finish with a 43-26 victory. You know, you're tempted to say, well, Minster didn't play that good. They were a little slow. They won by 17.
Yeah, they did. They did. It wasn't maybe their best 48 or their best 32 minutes of basketball, but you know the defense kept themselves in the game. I mean, they limited Fort Recovery to hardly any offense in the first half, 10 points. Yeah, Minster's offense struggled because of Fort Recovery. These are 2 quality teams. We talked about that. Fort Recovery's been in a number of games this year, and they battled well. They have some size and strength that frustrated Minster at times, and it limited them on what Minster could do. They didn't shoot well, but boy, the second half they get some good playouts. A couple sophomores, especially Janae Hoyne in that third quarter, to really kind of help blow the game open a little bit, and then Minster held on.
And that rolls into our player of the game, sponsored by NKTelco. The sophomore sparks in the second half, Janae Hoyne.
Had some nice drives, finishes with 11 points in a game. All 11 of them were in the second half, 9 of them in that third quarter. And, you know, obviously Courtney Prenger had a nice game as well, but Hoyne kind of helped that spark plug with some big drives to the basket, some nice dribble drive moves that, you know, break your ankle moves, if you will, and got fouled going to the basket once, made the three-point play. Just had a nice third quarter, hit a bucket in the fourth quarter. She finishes with 11. So congratulations to her and her team, but congratulations right now to Janae Hoyne for the player of the game.
As Minster will go to the district final. They will play New Knoxville Rangers. Fort Recovery 12-12. They end the season, but they have their whole team back next year, so watch out for the Indians next year. That'll wrap it up in the NKTelco Sports Van. Bryce Hamrick and Ian Bolheimer on camera, Kurt Kuffner, Mike Fizzle, and Josh Miller. For my partner Jeff Henson, I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching here on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopaydoor.com/careers.
NKTelco Sports. More than 140 local high school and college games. Football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, and soccer. Support your local team with NKTelco Sports and promote your business to 250,000 households in Northwest Ohio. Call 1-888-NKTelco and get in the game.